Thomas's branch line runs from the junction in the countryside to the top station up in the hills. However, it doesn't end there, and sometimes Thomas gets to go up the line up into the mountains. He passes over a stone bridge by a waterfall, travels down a slope, and finds himself in a lovely little village full of happy, smiling people. He loves this place very much. It's very peaceful, with lots of old buildings and many trees surrounding. One December morning, Thomas delivered his usual goods to the village. As he left, he gave a whistle. "It's nearly Christmas, and I'll bring you lots of letters and parcels." Thomas delivers the Christmas mail every year. He's very proud of this, and the importance of the job naturally went to his smokebox. "They do depend on me every Christmas," he boasted to the others. "I'm not unlike Father Christmas himself, bringing gifts and good tidings to everyone in town." Toby smirked. "We'll have to repaint you red and white for the occasion." Thomas scowled. "Don't be vulgar, not at Christmas. Driver says there's lots of mail for the village. I'll be needing an extra mail coach for it all." Percy felt left out. "It's not fair, you're not leaving any mail for me." "No offense, Percy, but the villagers expect me. Me delivering their Christmas post is almost like one of their traditions. They look forward to it every year." "Sounds like they look forward to an engine bringing their presents every year," said Daisy loftily. "Any engine could do it." "Well, any engine won't be doing it," Thomas sniffed. "I'm doing it, and that's that." But Thomas had spoken too soon. A week before Christmas, the station master came to see the engines. "There's been a change of plan," he said. "With all the extra Christmas traffic, they need a regular engine to do the shunting at the big station. Thomas, as you're the biggest, you're being reassigned there until after Christmas." Thomas looked stricken. "But what about my passengers?" "Percy, Daisy, and Bertie will look after them." "And the village? They need me to deliver their mail." "Oh, any engine can do that," said his driver. "Come on, Thomas, orders are orders." Unfortunately, Percy overheard and thought it a great joke. "Looks like any engine will be doing it," he laughed. But Thomas looked more upset than cross. "I've never missed a Christmas at the village," he said sadly. "I won't be able to tell them Happy Christmas." Well, Percy felt a pang of sympathy. "Don't worry," he said. "We'll do it for you." "It's not the same," sighed Thomas. A few hours later, Thomas set to work at the big station. He soon found the coaches and freight cars and arranged them into their proper places. The station had a festive mood to it, but Thomas barely noticed. He felt much too sad. As he took on water, he saw Oliver pull up alongside. "Why so glum?" the Great Western engine asked. Thomas explained about his disappointment. "I take that post train to the village every year," he sighed, "and now I'm stuck shunting and can't see them. I hate to break one of my favorite traditions like this." Oliver smiled sympathetically. "It's my first Christmas on Sodor," he said. "So goodness knows I've had to leave behind a few traditions myself. I'm just happy to be safe here with so many new friends. Perhaps that's something to be thankful for, Thomas. As long as we've got friends, we can still have a happy Christmas no matter where we are or what we're doing." He puffed away, leaving Thomas with much to think about. But then, a few days later, a fierce blizzard raged across the island. The island was covered in thick snow. The engines found work difficult. Some had to help clear snow from the track, and workmen hacked away at the frozen banks of ice. Meanwhile, the job of delivering Christmas mail fell to Percy. He was proud, but he felt bad for Thomas. It serves him right for his boasting, he said to himself, but it didn't make him feel much better. Soon he was making good time to the village when suddenly, "What's that?" called his driver. There ahead was a fogman by the line. He was holding a red light. "The village is cut off by the snow," he shouted. "We need snowplows, workmen, and a helicopter. Leave your cars in the siding and go back quickly." At the big station, Thomas had managed to keep things running smoothly, and now most of the yard was clear and the engines could take their trains. Then, to his surprise, Sir Topham Hatt came up. "Thomas," he said, "there's trouble at the mountain village. We need you to help out with a rescue." Thomas was speechless. With the phone lines down from the snow, Percy had to travel to Harold's airfield himself. "Peep, peep! Wake up, lazy wings! The mountain villagers need your help. They're stranded."
"Wish all," replied Harold. "I like an emergency to keep me warm."
And he buzzed away. "Now," said Percy, "what's next?" Suddenly, there was Thomas with Terence the tractor and the works train. "Come on, Percy," whistled Thomas. "Follow me!" The two engines battled their way through the snow. At last, they reached the village. Harold was already there, busy dropping food for Christmas dinner to the people below. Terence quickly got to work. "Lovely stuff," he said as he pushed the snow aside. By late afternoon, the rescue was complete. "Well done, Percy! Well done, Thomas!" cheered the villagers. "You're the best Santa Claus we've ever had." "Well," said Thomas sheepishly, "I suppose 2 Santa Clauses are better than none. I'm sorry I was so boastful before, Percy." "It's all right, Thomas. I'm just glad that we—" "Oh!" said Percy. "The mail train! I've left it in the siding." He quickly hurried away to fetch it. Just then, Toby arrived with Henrietta. "We've brought lots of hot drinks and food for the villagers," he whistled. That night, all the engines had gone back to the sheds except Toby. The villagers made a plan to thank the engines. They loaded paint pots and parcels into Henrietta. Then they set off through the moonlit countryside. All the engines were fast asleep in the sheds as Toby ran silently into the yard. He had no idea what the villagers were going to do, but he knew it was going to be a big surprise. When the engines woke next morning, they could not believe their eyes. The sheds had been repainted and decorated. The engines whistled in delight, and everyone agreed it really was a happy Christmas.